On April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson officially breaks the color barrier for Major League Baseball, becoming the first African American to play in a Major League game, which at the time was a race between multiple teams to see who could have the first player. Here's the story behind how the color barrier was broken in Major League Baseball. Today on Daily Sports History. Welcome to Daily Sports History. I'm Ethan Reese, your guide to a rapid deep dive into sports history every day. Now, a lot of us have heard the story of Jackie Robinson, or even seen the biographical movie titled 42, loosely based on his life. But there was a lot that led to Jackie Robinson being the player that broke the color barrier. Not only was he an all-star in the Negro League, but in 1945, the Boston Red Sox actually had Jackie and a few other Negro League players come to try out for the team, which would seem exciting, but it was actually all a farce designed to appease Boston City Councilman Isidore Munchak, who was trying to desegregate the city. And when they got there, they basically were told, "We don't need you to try at all. You're not making the team." And didn't really get a fair tryout, which really discouraged the players. But that didn't stop them from continuing to try. But that same year, Dodger executive Branch Rickey was also looking in the Negro League, seeing how much talent there was, trying to find out who should break the barrier for the Dodgers. But he wasn't the only one trying to break the barrier. The Cleveland Indians team owner and president, Billy Vivek, actually was trying to integrate baseball since 1942, but was continuously rejected by the commissioner. And he actually had been talking to Branch Rickey about possible players to break the barrier. It gave him the idea of Jackie Robinson, as Jackie wasn't the first one you would think of to integrate baseball, because he was a good player, but wasn't the best player in the Negro League. He had great talent such as Satchel Paige or Josh Gibson. And Josh Gibson was widely thought of as the best player in the Negro Leagues, as he hit with more power than anyone else in the Negro Leagues. It said he's possibly hit over 800 home runs during his time in the Negro League, with his lifetime batting average of estimated 350. So why did Josh Gibson not become the first one to break the barrier? Well, it may have actually just been because of his character. Not that he was a bad person. As many know, Branch Rickey needed someone who could turn the other cheek, knowing that he would experience racism throughout his career, no matter where he went. And he needed someone that would fight back. But on paper, Jackie Robinson didn't seem like the guy that would do that. He had been arrested for standing up for African Americans before, and actually been court-martialed by the Army for standing up for equal rights, which he was later armedly discharged for, but he was the one that would stand up and not turn the other cheek. So why was he chosen? Well, Billy Vivek gave Branch Rickey the idea of Robinson, maybe because he wasn't the best player, and it allowed Vivek to go after other players that may have been better, for him to possibly have the first Negro player. But little did Vivek know, Robinson may have been the perfect player for the Dodgers. See, when Branch Rickey first brought Jackie Robinson in, talked to him about joining the Dodgers, he actually grilled him for over 3 hours in situations he might be in, giving racial slurs, yelling at him to come back at him over and over for 3 hours, and he did not respond. And this is what led him to actually sign Jackie Robinson, but not straight to the major leagues. No, instead, he signed him in 1946 to play in the minor leagues for the Montreal Royals. It allowed him to get in the spotlight and experience some racism on a professional level and get ready for the major leagues. Now, Billy Vivek had a different strategy for him breaking the color barrier. Instead, he chose a player named Larry Doby, but instead of trying to have him go through the system, he actually just signed him right away, making a quick introduction 3 months after Jackie Robinson. There's a reason why maybe Jackie actually got to play before Larry Doby. It was because Branch Rickey actually declined to pay for the rights for the Kansas City Monarchs, the team that Jackie Robinson played for. So Robinson technically broke his contract with them to join the Dodgers, which made it a quicker process. But Vivek decided to buy out Larry Doby of his Negro League contract, which took a longer process and more money, but made it more seamless for him to just jump onto the team, which was a good start, as he was a 7-time All-Star for the Cleveland Indians and has his number 14 is retired by the team. But Jackie Robinson was the one we all remember, because not only was he first, he was also great. And despite going 0 for 5 in his debut and playing first base in his first game, which he was mainly known for playing second base, he was a 6-time All-Star, a world champion, an MVP, Rookie of the Year, batting champion, and he doesn't just have his name retired by the Dodgers. His number 42 is retired by all Major League Baseball, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1962. Both Jackie Robinson and Larry Doby broke the color barriers in their leagues and are remembered as great players. And the race to become the first to play in the major leagues was quick, but they also showed how much talent there was in the Negro Leagues. Thank you for joining us for today's Daily Sports History. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please follow us on all our socials. We're at Daily Sports History on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Threads. Wherever you like to socialize, we'll be there. And come back tomorrow for more Daily Sports History.